Hey everyone, welcome back to Senior Living News with Dale Corpus, powered by the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast. This episode is for the week of March 9th, 2026. I'm Dale, your Bay Area Senior Transition Specialist and Seniors Real Estate Expert who reads senior living headlines so you don't have to, especially the ones that remind us just how complicated aging in America is becoming. This week we got some fascinating and eye-opening stories. A shocking case of illegal nursing homes discovered in Southern California, why many former caregivers are still financially recovering decades later, cannabis wellness kiosks appearing inside senior living communities, the role AI drug discovery could play in extending healthy lifespans, a quick look at the latest caregiver burnout statistics, and a 78-year-old retiree who says learning AI is keeping his brain sharp. Let's jump in. First up, a story that's disturbing but important. Authorities in the South Bay area of Los Angeles recently shut down 2 illegal nursing homes operating in Carson and Torrance. 10 seniors were rescued after investigators found them malnourished and neglected. The couple accused of operating the homes allegedly ran them without proper licensing or oversight. Unfortunately, cases like this highlight a growing issue in senior care. As demand for long-term care rises, some families turn to unlicensed operators who promise lower costs. But those environments can lack medical supervision, safety protocols, proper staffing, and regulatory oversight. For families searching for care, it's critical to verify that a facility or board-and care home is properly licensed through the state. A good rule of thumb: if something seems dramatically cheaper than everything else, it's worth asking why. Next up, a story many families will immediately recognize. A Business Insider report highlights how some caregivers are still financially recovering 20 years later. Many people who stepped into care for parents or spouses had to leave jobs, reduce work hours, drain retirement savings, and take on medical debt. Some are now in their 70s and still working to rebuild financial stability. One example in the article describes a former caregiver now driving for Uber to supplement retirement income. Caregiving is often described as a labor of love, but it's also an economic shock to families that many people underestimate until they experience it firsthand, which is why early planning and understanding care options matters so much. Now, for a story that shows just how much senior living is evolving, some independent living communities are now installing cannabis wellness kiosks designed to provide education and access to regulated cannabis products. Residents may use them for pain management, sleep support, anxiety reduction, and appetite stimulation. The goal is to provide safe, guided access rather than leaving residents to figure it out on their own. Whether people agree with this trend or not, it reflects a broader shift happening across the senior living industry. Communities are increasingly focused on quality of life, personal choice, and wellness, not just medical care. And for senior care professionals watching this show, stories like this highlight how quickly innovation is changing the senior living landscape. Another fascinating development involves artificial intelligence and longevity research. Scientists are now using AI to accelerate the discovery of new drugs designed to treat age-related diseases. Traditionally, developing a new medication could take 10 to 15 years, but AI can analyze massive biological data sets and identify promising drug candidates much faster. Researchers believe this technology could help tackle conditions like Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, cancer, and other age-related illnesses. We may not be reversing aging anytime soon, but AI is starting to play a meaningful role in extending healthy lifespan, not just lifespan itself. Now for your quick bite. New data on caregiver burnout shows just how widespread the challenge really is. Millions of Americans provide unpaid care for family members. Many report chronic stress, sleep deprivation, financial strain, and emotional exhaustion. Caregiving is one of the most important roles in our society, but it's also one of the most under-supported. So today's tip of the week is simple but incredibly important. Verify before you trust. Whether you're considering a board and care home, a caregiver agency, or a senior living community, take time to check licensing, inspection history, reviews, complaints filed with the state. A little due diligence upfront can prevent serious problems later. And lastly, for a fun fact this week, a 78-year-old retiree says learning AI tools is helping keep his brain sharp and connected to the modern world. He calls it vibe coding, experimenting with AI tools even without a programming background. His perspective is simple. Just because you retired from work doesn't mean you have to retire from learning. And honestly, that mindset might be one of the most powerful longevity strategies there is. And that wraps up Senior Living News with Dale Corpus for the week of March 9th, 2026. If you're helping an aging parent navigate next steps, whether that's downsizing, senior living options, or simply figuring out what comes next, start by going to www.simplifyseniortransitions.com/families. There are resources there designed to help families think clearly before a crisis hits. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.